Part 16. Just the start of the search. I sighed silently with relief as other students backed off and away from Harry and the rest of us. Harry still held on to my hand. He didn't flinch, budge, or try to pull his hand away from mine. Does he have some hidden feelings for me after all, like what Severus was saying? Unless he wanted to hold on to my hand, maybe. I could tell, though, that Harry was stunned by the people surrounding us, protecting him. All of our friends were. Harry's my best friend, and even though I may be falling for him, I will protect him anywhere in a heartbeat. I'll always try to, no matter where we go, because I know he would do the same with me, Hermione, and Ron. It's been like that since year one. I wish I could help fight Voldemort because of what I learned from Dad over time. The perks of being a Dumbledore. The sudden sound of the door being flung open pulled me from my thoughts and made me cringe. It was Filch who busted through like a madman, shouting, "Students out of bed! Students out of bed!" Minerva stopped him and Mrs. Norris by saying, "They're supposed to be out of bed, you blithering idiot." I couldn't help but chuckle quietly under my breath at her remark. "Oh, sorry, Mom," he muttered as he turned around to leave, but she stopped him. "Wait, as it turns out, Mr. Filch, your arrival is most opportune. If you would, I would like you to take Miss Parkinson and the rest of Slithering House away from the hall." "Exactly where is it I'd be taking them to?" "Take them to the dungeons. That should do." Everyone in the hall, including me, started to cheer with happiness. Finally, some freedom from those cruel-ass people. They were trying to be badasses all year long. Harry also formed a small smile as I did because they would all be gone for now. I stood firmly beside Harry as we started to walk out of the room, but Minerva stopped us. Harry didn't seem to mind having me by his side, and as long as he didn't say anything, I'll happily stay. I feel like he might need help anyway. Minerva looked at Harry. "I presume you have a reason for returning, Potter. What is it you need?" "Time, Professor. As much as you can give me," Harry replied. "Do what you have to do, Potter," she said. "I'll secure the castle." She smiled softly at Harry and me, and by the look she gave, I could tell it was of love. If anything, I know she'll be worried about my safety and for me not getting killed. Harry and I turned to walk away, but we stopped as she said softly with care, "By the way, Potter, it's good to see you." We turned our heads as Harry looked back at her. "It's good to see you too, Professor," he responded. She looked at me. "Paige, be safe. Love you." "I will, I promise. Love you too, Mom." With that, we started to walk away as I followed along close to Harry. I stated, "Before you ask, you know we've been close since she's looked out for me like a mother since year one. She told me I could call her Mom." "Thanks for saying something, Paige, because I was wondering. I didn't want to intrude. It makes sense," he responded. I feel like he would have engaged in it more if we weren't so busy at the moment. We're trying to go on to the staircase, but it's pure chaos with everyone panicking about the battle, and it's crowded. Ron and Hermione were following along behind us, and I could tell Ron wanted to say something to Harry. I stopped in my tracks as Ron said, "Harry, Hermione and I have been thinking, and it doesn't really matter if we find the Horcrux." That made Harry stop walking to listen as he turned to look at the three of us. "What are you saying?" he questioned. "Unless we can destroy it," Hermione states. "So we were thinking," Ron started, but Hermione cut across him. "You were thinking, and it was Ron's idea. I think it's brilliant." Ron continues, "You destroyed Tom Riddle's diary with a basilisk flang, right? Well, we know where we might find one, don't we?" Harry doesn't say anything, but I think he figured it out because he nodded at them. "Ah, I got it. I know where," I thought. Harry looked at them. "Okay, but take this, the Marauders map. That way you can find us when you get back." "Where are you two going?" Hermione asked. I looked at Harry as I stood beside him, wondering the same. "Where are we going, Harry?" I asked. "The Ravenclaw common room. Gotta start somewhere, right?" I shrugged my shoulders at Hermione and Ron as I walked away with Harry. We eventually made ourselves across the crowd and made it to the bridge. Suddenly, I heard a voice behind me, sounding like Luna, and it was her trying to stop Harry. I heard her say, Harry, wait. I need to talk to you. I slowed down for Luna, but Harry kept going. He glanced back, but that was it. Me and Luna tried to keep up with him. What is it, Luna? I asked. Have you figured out something? Yes, and I need to get Harry's attention to let him know. I know exactly where he's going, and he won't find anything there. I'm preoccupied right now, Luna, he finally says, but you won't find anything where you're going. You're wasting your time. We can talk later, Luna, he responds. I shook my head at his response. He sure is being stubborn, if anything, at the moment. I understand why, but really now. I almost wanted to grab his arm to stop him myself. I stopped walking as Luna did. Then she shouted, Harry Potter, you listen to me right now. That made Harry stop as he looked back at Luna, stunned, and looked at me. I shrugged my shoulders in a way that said, don't look at me, pay attention to her. After she got Harry's attention, she said, don't you two remember what Cho said about Rowena Ravenclaw's datum? There's not a person alive who's seen it. We both looked at her in question, as I didn't know where she was getting at with this. Where are you going with this exactly, Luna? I asked curiously. It's obvious, isn't it? We have to talk to someone who's dead. Of course. Why didn't I bloody think of that myself? Maybe it's because my mind is cloudy and I can't think straight. Harry and I looked out the window to see Minerva, Professor Flickwick, and the other teachers finishing the shield around the castle inland. He's impressive, isn't he? Luna remarks. I nodded my head in response, and Harry touched his scar and started wincing in pain. He almost crouched to the ground as I crouched down and by his side. What is it, Harry? Are you all right? I asked sternly. Harry, what are you seeing? I ask, but he doesn't say anything. He glances up. It's Voldemort, Paige. He and the others are trying desperately to break the shield to get into the castle. I glanced out of the nearby window, seeing the shield being covered over the castle. It's a good thing, then, that the other professors and people are doing the shield protection, along with the Professor McGonagall protecting the castle as well. They're all doing what's needed for protection against him, like some of us are trying to do, Luna chimed in to say. After Harry was able to comprehend fully again, we all felt the bridge shaking underneath our feet. Now, Harry had fully listened to Luna and let her lead the way to her idea, which she didn't explain to either of us. My mind must be very cloudy, because if I was as smart as I usually am, I should have been able to figure it out on my own. I had the urge of almost wanting to constantly look around to make sure none of my friends were getting really hurt by any of this. No one else close to me or Harry should be risking their lives to die. I know that if anyone does, Harry is going to feel so guilty. I also know that we're all spread out everywhere and don't know where we all are because we split up, except for Ron and Hermione, as we know where they're going. I really hope I don't lose someone else close to me. Worst of all, I don't want to completely lose Harry, and he doesn't fully know how I feel yet. I'm secretly falling in love with him after all. Coming out of my thoughts, we walked until we came to a long, quiet corridor. Luna seemed to stop walking as I did too, unsure of what to do. Harry turned around and looked back at Luna to ask, Aren't you coming too, Luna? She simply responded, She's very shy, Harry. I think it's best if you two talk alone. We still got much of this story to cover. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like and comment on my videos and subscribe to my channel, as the support means a lot to me. And don't forget to ring the bell to get notified for when I post new videos.